Connecting. We're sending.
All right, I see it.
Awesome.
Oh, it says live. Yep.
All right, all right, all right.
We doing the highlight video, Josh, next, or are we just moving into this?
That's what
Oh, man. I don't think I can hear it, but
Either
audio
can.
issues. Oh, there it is. Nope, maybe not.
Well, it seems we're having some audio
Yeah.
issues. So while we watch the highlights from HCS 14 in the background, welcome to the pod. As always, thank you for joining us inside the circle. My name is Zach, the voice of HCS. Along with you today, as always, Brad, the Captain Sullivan, my brother Josh, owner, promoter, and founder of HCS. And special guest today from the Boat Podcast, Bard of All Trades, Brad. How we doing, fellas? As we wrap up this here again, HCS 14 highlight video. What an event it was.
Man. Yeah, man. So much talent. I love to see all the local talent you guys have in here. I know. How long has this event been going, guys? The Hammer Challenge series?
So we started in January 16th, 2021 was our first one.
Oh, nice. Great. So, and then we're 14 in, man. That's pretty good. Consistently building the brand here. I've been seeing, like I said, you guys have been constantly churning out a lot of some of my favorite local talent. So I'm really happy to be involved with this now, man. It should be a great time.
Yeah, well, happy to have you aboard here.
I just want to make one correction. It's Ben the Cap Sullivan, not Brad.
Oh, did I double Brad? I was so focused on getting the new name right. My bad.
So the audio did not work?
No, I didn't hear it. Thing during those videos. So maybe we'll skip those later on. But again, we could talk over the videos. Nice little background visual.
Yeah, we can be the audio.
Josh, throw up that boat logo if you can.
It's somewhere.
But before we get truly rolling, as we get that boat logo up, big shout out to our sponsors as always. Savvy Fit Soaps, bringing you the Savvy sub of the night. All Jersey Mechanical.
Here's Savvy.
One Sleeve Rash Guards. They're Savvy. Ruby Tuesdays. And for this podcast, at least, the Boat Podcast, Bard of All Trades.
And I'll be there for the commentary as well. I'm very excited for the event, man.
Want to give a little plug to the podcast real quick before we move on?
Yeah, man. If Josh gives me his blessing, I might try to approach some of the winners of the event and maybe invite them onto the show. I always like to chat with all the guys that I get involved with in multiple facets. Last episode that I just had was actually a Halloween special episode where I had some guys who make horror masks for haunts and special effects for film. But before that, my other previous episode was Mike Kennedy from Art of War, which Ben's wearing the hoodie of right now, and he that was his pro debut, and he managed to knock his opponent out and break his face. Actually, had to send him to the hospital. So brutal stuff. But
oh yeah, we were there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were. I remember. That's how I got involved with this today. So, how serendipitous.
Let's put a disclaimer first. Everybody if people are watching us, this is our first time, so we're going live.
Yeah, first time live. We've done the podcast, never done it live. So any technical difficulty, it's not our fault. It's the world's. We're never at fault. just know that.
That's real.
So yeah. HCS 14. It was a big one. First female Grand Prix. First female champ crowned. But let's talk some HCS 14, some thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, the card went well. It was very tough to get this card going. Like I said, we had the Grand Prix originally scheduled for August. Had to move around. Availability wasn't, and the ADCC trials was a big thing that we had to work around. But the card as a whole ended up being good. We ended up putting 4 undercard matches on the bottom. where we got some guys that we'll be talking about later for the Invitational, and we had some 2 good pro matches with some tough veterans, where you could see in both, where I got to ref them both. They both played the game of our rules. We'll first talk the Drew Marsh and Michael Dew match. It was not the most exciting match. They both seemed to get pretty tired, but they also went to the final overtime. So it's like, and they both had opportunities, I think, that they missed in the ADCCs, where you could just see they just didn't have that little tank to go to finish it. Drew got a last second escape again in the first round of EBIs to continue it, but it was a good match. Dew stayed calm and again won it in the final ride out at the second. So that was a good match. And then the Nick Toscano and Sebastian Gallagher's match was exactly what we thought it was going to be.
In the Toscano match of the event, the official segment I've implemented to every HCS, the Nick Toscano match of the game, because apparently all he does is compete for HCS all the time.
Yeah, and I brought that up to him prior to the show. He enjoyed that, but listen, they went back and forth, had some good scrambles in the opening round, and Nick got it done in EBI 1. Again, took that armbar. He didn't finish it, but he wrote him out, and then he got a good escape. Yeah, he got a good escape to finish it, and he's on a roll, which we'll talk about. We thought that would be the last time we saw Sebastian for the year, but he put his name in last night for
it is not.
For an update. We'll talk about that later for the team duels, that's going to be exciting. But yeah, that was the undercard.
Mm-hmm.
I had so I did the pro matches. The Cap did the amateur, so I'll throw it to him for any amateur highlights before we talk about that Grand Prix.
Yeah, I mean, we had some excellent matches. I refed my first gi match. I'm gonna apologize because I am horrible at remembering names.
Milan Winters and Aldo Bajari.
There we go.
That was a great match. I think Aldo got the sub a couple of minutes into that regulation. We also had, I think it got Fight of the Night, and my personal favorite match off the card. And again, I'm going to mess up the names because there are a million people who compete from HCS, and we appreciate all you, but I struggle to remember all your names sometimes.
The Fight of the Night? Yep. Aurelia and Bobby. Yep.
If there's one thing I love in HCS, it's a double sub in EBI overtime. And we got one of those to move us on to the ADCC round. So it was 2 rear naked chokes, I think, back to back. And that was just,
love to see it.
That was an excellent match. It was nonstop scrambles. It was all action. And it was just an excellent match. I think overall it was a great card.
Yeah, definitely a fun one there.
What was wild about the double sub, Bobby got it with short time left in the EBI one, and then Aurelia got on and subbed it within like 15 seconds. So we're like, damn. And then we went into ADCCs, and they both did the jumping guard take. They literally just collided in the air, and they caused a scramble where Bobby actually ended up taking the finish with like 3 seconds left in the ADCC to get her both hooks in. So it was a good finish.
Absolutely.
We had our first ambulance
of
HCS.
Yeah,
tell me about that. I just saw one of those at the last event I filmed with Rose.
Dislocated elbow, right?
Dislocated and fractured.
Brutal.
And Carly is in the middle. She was talking to us while we're waiting and trying to figure out what to do. Obviously, we didn't want to move her and all that kind of stuff. She's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I was going to try to finish it. I was like, well, it's all right. We'll have you back. But she was still in the competitive mindset, and she was able to go. So we risked for a fast recovery. But, yeah. It was
hate to see it.
And the worst part of it was we were killing time, and we were
doing great.
That was like 5:45, and we're like, we're gonna crown a champ by 6:00. It was the last match before the Grand Prix final, and then, we crowned the champ by 6:30, so it wasn't bad. local EMS. Shout out. Actually, one of our old members was one of the guys that came in. Police were in. But hey, it is what it is. She'll be live. And luckily, Riverview Hospital is right down the road. So she saw medical attention right away. But not one of the highlights we had.
I just had to bring it up. It's something that happened. Got to let the people know. We had our Savvy Fit Soaps sub of the evening, Maya Lang.
And that was quick.
That was a brutal Kimura. There's a lot of times when I'm reffing, it takes a lot of constitution not to cringe a little bit when I see a sub that's in very deep, and there's a part of me where I'm kind of just like, please just tap. Please don't let
Constitution's a great word to describe.
Yeah, I was literally about to say a word, Ben. That is a man who is in college, folks. That's a man who's studying right there.
That's a man who plays Dungeons and Dragons.
I was just gonna say that. The bard knows, yo.
I'm a little bit.
We find education in all places.
Exactly, but that was a great submission, super quick, and I think it absolutely deserves. I mean, it's hard to beat, like, it's hard to get a submission of the night over a submission that fast. You know what I mean? As flashy as a submission can be, if you get one that quickly, it's like you kind of just have to give it to them, you know?
I'm definitely impressed when you can, obviously you have a game plan if you're going to get something that quick and you're able to go in and immediately just execute.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better than that. And so I guess
she's only 15 years old. Let's not forget.
That's true too. When a child can do that as well as,
I mean, she went against another teenager.
Rather more important.
But Maya's going to be someone to watch out for, and we'll talk about her in a little bit too.
Every time I see these young kids compete, it makes me wish I started earlier.
Yeah, it makes you better be careful when you're talking to Joseph too.
It's all right. Joseph will never sub me, so I'm not worried about it.
little bit of pride that exists there. Can't let it happen.
Yeah, I have his number for life. If Josh, if you want to set up that HCS match, might have 10 years on him, but it's fine. I'll still run it. I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, he is talking about a member at our gym, just letting everybody know.
Everyone know. He's not just randomly beating up children on the street. He at least knows the child.
Yes, the waiver has been signed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anywho.
He really wants to test me, but yeah.
And so the highlight of the evening, though, of course, our HCS Grand Prix Women's 125 champ, Sophia Casella, came out, balled out, walked away with the belt and $1,000. Not a bad day's work.
So Sophia was a late addition to the bracket, which amped it up. I mean, we ended up having, we didn't know if we were going to be able to do this 125 Grand Prix. We had 3 girls that are ranked on multiple different websites and all that. Yeah, I mean, you had the Peyton Letcher that just won the Flex fight title the week before. You had Sydney Ung that just took 3rd at the ADCC trials. And then you had Sophia, and then it ended up being where we did the bracketing. And we had Angela Joseph. Angela Joseph has been inside the circle multiple times. And she understood the rule set, and she's a local. So she only had to drive 10 minutes. So that goes some long way too when everyone else is coming out to the circle. But I mean, Sophia's first match was against Sydney, right? So when I would interview Sydney going up into the week prior, she was very interested in how the seating was going to work. And we told her it's about the points. And then we gave Sophia bumped Angela just, higher belt and all that kind of stuff. So she had to go against Sophia and Sydney in the semis. And that went into the ADCCs and all that, where they both see it. Sydney even mentioned that she's seen Sophia in the ADC Opens as she were getting ready for the trials. So they both were coming off very high-level matches, and you could see it was just bare minimum. I think having Sophia in the circle, especially as a ref, she brought in little intricacies that you didn't really notice. Like it was, is she allowed to put her hand underneath with that arm bar? And we let you do whatever grip you want, right? It's a modified EPI. So the hand was getting underneath the leg. So it was harder to get it out. That was one thing that we noticed. And then it was just transitions after transitions after transitions. And she just kept on hunting. So that the match between Sydney was very very intense, and it came down to the wire. And again, I think people looked at Sydney as the favorite coming in. Obviously, just after taking third at the ADCC trials, getting ready for the West Coast and going there. Sophia actually just took second at the Orlando Open this weekend. So she's staying there. And then you had Peyton Letcher pretty much dominate Angela Joseph. But Angela made her work for her money. She had a nice heel hook attempt. And then eventually she was able to go and to find the finish. And then we finally saw the final between Peyton and Sophia, where the circle played, I think, one issue. Not issue, but it definitely changed the match when Peyton went for the heel hook and Sophia rolled all the way out of bounds. She was defending it. She wasn't fleeing the mat. She was doing the typical, I have a heel, I need to roll back the other way kind of a thing. So they reset, they got through it, they went into overtime. Sophia got out, and then going into it, Peyton had to get out to move to the next round. And I made sure I said it. Peyton's coach was screaming it. You got to get out. You got to get out. Sophia picked the armbar spot, which was surprising to me.
Really interesting.
If you had to ride him out, I'm taking the back. Like I'm getting a body triangle, keeping my seatbelt grip, especially of how much bigger Peyton was than Sophia. Like you could see the size difference. Sophia normally competes at 115. Peyton did 2 back-to-back cuts, getting down to 125. So, and then she kept the arm, wrote it out. Peyton was a little confused why she didn't win. Her coach is screaming, I told you need to get out. So that's another big thing. Make sure you understand the rules. At the end of the day, get the sub. But when I say time doesn't matter, but escape beats right out, you know? So it was good. We pushed our skills to the test. And I will change the screen now.
For all competitors at HCS, I'm there all day. So if you are in the building and you have a question, please come and ask me. I'm a very nice, approachable guy. I'll answer any of your questions, just so we avoid any.
He's approachable, nice, attractive, single.
Peeking on top of my head, you'll always know where I am. So look for the blonde hair. Yeah.
He's just Ben at the end of the day, you know. He's just Ben.
I don't know
not
about
Brad.
all that.
Not Brad.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like that was the first time I've ever heard you mess up.
Oh, it's absolutely. Yeah, it's really absolutely the first time I mess up your name. I've messed up a lot of fighter names. Good at that.
Yeah, we know.
Shout out, Nick. Shout out, Nick. Again, I don't blame myself. I blame someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know who that someone else is, but I'm blaming them.
We have so many competitors. I mean, you're gonna mess one up here and there. It's all good.
But big shout out to All Jersey for hooking up Sophia with $1,000. Rent money is rent money, and even though she did get the coolest belt in grappling, I mean, I will put that out there. The belt is.
It's tough to say which one's a cooler prize. It really is.
Both is the coolest. You know,
that's the fun part. You don't have to choose.
And she got all super freaking natural soap, but all competitors did.
Your skin is your most important organ. Take care of it.
Take care of it.
Savvy Fit Soaps. All right. And so that was HCS 14. House Party of Grappling delivered as always. And now we look ahead. HCS 15. And we'll continue the house party. Let's see if this video works. Not just flyer. Cool. Flyer works.
Yeah, we'll just do flyer. The volume's not working.
All right. HCS 15. We have our amateur invitational. We've been talking about this for months and months and months. People have qualified, earned their points to get in. We will have a selection show here shortly for you fighters tuned in. We will do the seating live on this podcast in just a bit. Outside of the amateur invitational, we will also have the pro team duels, which are stacked. The 4 teams are ready to come. The pro team duels always deliver. The gym gets loud. It gets exciting. Probably the best streams we do are when we have the pro team duels. So having the invitational and the duels together, it's going to be a hell of a day.
Yeah, I'm already saying HCS 15 is one of the biggest headaches I ever created for myself.
Yeah.
But it's going to be worth it. So if tickets are on sale now, is a 2-card event. So 10 a.m. is going to be the amateur invitational, and we're going to run all the way through. And then 4:30 is going to be the pro duels. there are 2 different ticket options. So when you are buying your tickets, make sure you pick the correct one, or you buy an all-day access pass. You get a little discount to get the 2. But the best part about it, the stream is going to be all day long. Okay, when we do
AVP Live.
AVP Live hooking us up, it's going to be our first time we're doing for the Invitational, since we're going to be doing over about 70 matches for the whole day. So it is a long day, but we're going to be doing 2 max during the opening rounds of the Invitational with this split screen right down the middle. So you're going to have that. Make sure when you're buying your tickets, you do hook up your favorite fighter, and you just got to put their name in. We made it nice and easy this time. There's no worrying about spelling their name. You just type it in, their name that you're here for, and all that kind of stuff. Fighters, I know I've already told you, but One Sleeve is hooking you guys up if you are selling the most tickets. Okay. Now, let me put this in the nicest way I can. Alone in the Amateur Invitational, we have 50 competitors. Okay. We are nice to house party of grappling. It's going to be a nice tight spot. So tickets are going to be limited for that opening round. That first card, it's going to be limited. So make sure if you're going to buy tickets, you do it right now. Don't wait. Just buy the tickets. But it's also okay to buy the stream, sit at home, watch some football on one TV, and watch some grappling on the other. They get credit for both. So push them, fighters. Keep on pushing it and push it. And you get an extra $100 and a dope rash card. On top of, we're going to do a fastest sub of the day, $75 and a rash card. So you sell most tickets and get the fastest sub. Not a bad day. Not a bad day for a white or a blue belt is all I'm saying.
Absolutely. Don't let grandma tell you the excuse she can't make it because she can't drive anymore. She can get the stream. You help her out.
Yep. All right.
So before we get into the Ami invite, let's talk some Pro Team duels.
I'm so excited for this, man. I know a lot of the guys in on this, and I actively train with a lot of them, to be honest, as well. I don't even know. Oh, you spelled Matt Dvory's last name wrong.
Well, let's fix it right now.
Dvorovy.
DAV.
No, it's D. It's a weird. I'm gonna throw it in the Discord chat for you. It's weird, and I remember when I announced his name, I used to say Dvorovy, but it's actually spelled that way. I remember that from that. Matt's a great guy. In fact, all the guys on that team are excellent. I've had some incredible rounds with Dew and Alex Nemeth. Alex Problem BJJ, dude. He is training weightlifting with Dew and a bunch of those guys from like the Strategic Rivera group. Super, super tough guys. Incredible submission artists as well. Then we got Saga Jiu-Jitsu. I was actually just over there training on Monday. I had to drop in and visit my favorite brothers, the Myers brothers there. Also, you spelled Kyle Myers' name wrong. Myers. Danny Katz, great leg lock there. He just tapped my ass, actually, with a heel hook when I visited. And then, so then the Purple Cobras. Oh, the Logis. Okay. I know of these guys. I've never gotten a chance to train with them, but they're studs, man. I've seen them all train or not train, but I've seen them all compete. A lot of the names here anyway. Nate Colombini and Guy Logi. Those are definitely some studs. And then the Juice Heads, Andrew Cockle is my coach, so that's who gave me this thing right here. And Luke is a beast. Angelo just had a really tough match against Kyle Myers' brother Alex. I think he got smother tapped, so I think he's gonna come back with a vengeance and try to attack those Saga guys with some of his sauce. Alex is another stud. Alex is a giant man of a jiu-jitsu athlete, and Zach is Luke's brother, who I've actually never met. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm sorry, I totally hijacked this. But
No, you're excited.
Good. I'm so excited.
We appreciate the passion.
War, man.
The Pro Team duels are always awesome. They're my favorite type of event that we do at HCS. That's one of the things I think sets us apart is the duel environment just brings a certain level of brings out the real competitors, because a lot of times when you have the 1v1, especially in jiu-jitsu, there's a lot of respect, and while they're competing, it's a lot of like at the end, oh, you know, it was a good match, went either way, blah, blah, blah. But when you're on the team, you don't want to let your teams down. Your team's there to support you the whole time. Your match isn't the only thing that goes into it. So like your competition nature doesn't leave you when your match is over. So it gets real competitive in that gym. Feels like a wrestling match, which kind of the goal of HCS, bring that vibe. So I always love when we do these amateur pro, whichever, obviously the pro, we get some high level guys. So that's always exciting.
So yeah, I mean, Team Dark Horse literally put their name in last night. So
I'm excited, man. I haven't seen Matt in a while, so I'm excited to see him.
So Matt, I mean, I'm sorry for I took it because Dew sent all the names in last night. I just copied and pasted. But
Yeah.
Matt almost took out Cockle in the first Grand Prix. That was the opening round. They went head to head. Matt took that match on 12 hours notice.
Yeah,
because we lost
that's crazy, man.
James. No, who did we lose? We lost somebody. I don't even know. But then that went there, and we haven't seen somebody push Cockle until then. You know,
That's
But
probably his closest match in the circle.
I mean, it's in the first round this week in this year Grand Prix too was tough too, but that was more of the weight cut, I think. And
Yeah.
now I really don't know how Team Dark Horse is going to make the weight limit as I look at this, because Nemeth is a monster, is
Yeah.
just a walking monster, and then Victor is just as big.
Yeah.
So
Well, Angelo and Alex are also plus 200.
So it's a 950 weight limit combined. We are letting them weigh in the day before this year to help. One, for my timing, since it's going to be a long day. So
950, dude. That's heavy.
for the 5, 950 for the 5.
That's great.
Uh,
Yeah, I
so-
know, but like I'm just thinking, like almost everyone on the team can be over 200 pounds, and I'm just looking at like the juice heads. Most of those guys are pretty small. So Alex and Angelo, and then the Purple Cobras. Guy's big dude. Is Nate Colombini quite big? I think he's only like 180. I think.
yeah,
he's
they're all
pretty
about the
tall.
same.
Yeah.
I mean, Jose Soto, I'm pretty sure fights MMA at like middleweight. So I don't know what he walks around at.
Yeah.
Dietrich is about Cockle size because they've went against each other last year in the duels and 100 other times. Yeah, I mean and that's the best part. You can have a strategy going in. I think for matchup wise for the pro duels, we'll just randomize it that day to keep it fair. You
I
know,
think that
because
sounds legit.
we have 4 teams. We'll do semis and we'll do a final. We'll randomize it as soon as they walk in the door. So there is strategy. You got to be ready for everything. But I can tell you this, just because they have mentioned it multiple times, Alex Nemeth wants Cockle.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Dude.
And
Both of them were killing it at ADCC. So
the weight would be interesting. I mean, Cockle obviously undefeated inside the circle.
The champ of HCS.
The 2-weight champ, you know.
Double champ, yeah.
The only reason why he didn't
promotion that he's undefeated in.
So Alex said last year, he's like, we need to do an absolute Grand Prix, and we were hoping to do it this year. We'll do that in 2024, no doubt. But I'm excited. Again, the Pro Duel, I think it's the best.
I want to see that one happen as well.
So the best rule set, I think, out in grappling. I think the points is there, and it's everyone asked me all of it, and I hope maybe in 2024 we can expand the amateurs and make it maybe do like an Ironman tournament style where you sign up with your teams and we can get as many teams as we're going in there. But that's what we do. It's our last event of the year. HCS 15 is going to make HCS 10 a run for its money, I think. And
nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, get those tickets. We expect to sell out. So make sure that if you want to be there, you're there. Get your tickets online. And again, if you can't join us, AVP Live's bringing it to your home. As always, helping you join us inside the circle. And then, not to be outdone, we have our amateur invite. As we said earlier, one sleeve, going to hook you up. Fastest sub gets 75. Most tickets sold, $100. But we have some things to work out. There are a lot of ties in points, so we need to get you seated. As we promised, we're going to do a live seating. We're going to start real quick, talk about the straightforward ones. We're going to start with our female 125, because there is no tiebreakers needed there. Our 1 seed, Amy Lynn Camilli, 6 times in the circle, 4-2 record, earned 6 points, head and shoulders away. The 1 seed based on her point accrual. Dana Christensen, the 2nd seed, Maya Long, the 3rd seed, Maya Lang, the the 3rd seed, Grace Long, the 4th seed, Gabriella Maslenka, the 5 seed, and Jess Johnson, the 6 seed. Everyone, we had a separation of points. We were able to get it done. 6 ladies step in, only 1 can be a champ.
So with the 6 girls being the format, so a bunch of the brackets are going to have a little different format, kind of just with the amount of people. So ladies, just so you know, these are going to be broken up into 2 3-woman Ironman groups, and then the winners of the Ironman groups will go on. So you'll be looking at the 1, 6, and 4, and the 2, 4, and 5. Right? Did that right? No.
You said 4 twice. I'm going to go with it's probably 2, 3, and 5.
Yes.
1, 4, 6. Yeah.
Yes. 2,
that
3.
would make sense.
So those are your matchups. You'll get everybody's guaranteed 2 matches. Whoever has the most points out of the pod will go to the finals and see who got it.
So again, even if you lose your first one, if you get a sub in the second one, that's extra points. So just, you're always in it.
Hunt the sub. Hunt the sub.
All right. And so now we'll head over to our men's brackets. We'll start at 145. And the things we don't need to decide there are 1 seed, Nick DiGiacomo, our 1 seed at 145, earned the most points, does not need to go into the randomizer today. Either does Ivan Valdez, our 6 seed, who had a win over our 7 seed, Herman Ponce. And so those all set, 1, 6, 7 are in. We do have to determine 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8 and 9. We're going to start
8, 9?
8, 9.
Yeah.
And no better way to determine anything in life that needs to be randomized than a duck race. This is something that near and dear to my heart. This is not just for the stream. I love virtual duck racing, so we're going to do those today. First race, we have
I hope
Seamus
the credit union is
Patrick.
giving you guys good money for getting some of this prime real estate.
Seamus Patrick, Steven Dietrich. Dietrich. I hope one of those was your last name. Again, your name is Steven, though. I got that part right.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're up first. I have the seeds here. I'll announce who the winner is, but you're just going to see numbers on the ducks.
All right. Who's 1? Who's 2?
1 is Seamus, 2 is Steven.
All right. You can see these ducks.
Yeah, ducks are there.
All right. We're going in 3, 2, 1.
And we are off. Early lead for Seamus Patrick in the 1 duck on the bottom. Looking to, and here comes Steven from behind. What a late push, and your winner and your 8 seed. Steven, Seamus Patrick, you are our 9 seed. Best thing about those seeds, if we're doing a normal bracket, you will fight each other first round.
But we're not.
But we're not doing that, so I lied.
So with the 9, since we have 9 people, we're going to be doing a 3 Ironman groups with the 3 winners doing another Ironman for the final. So you got your word cut out for you if you want to be champ at 145.
All right, and now we need to determine our 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's right, 4 people all tied. I have the bracket in front of me.
Oh.
We have to. We will do some more duck races for you. Just
how many I need? 4?
Just 2. Just 2.
2?
Keep it. Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be a little bracket inside of a bracket. Click set.
Should we change the color?
No, go back to the first one.
Colors only.
No, go to the first one.
Why?
That's the one you get the costumes. Yeah. We just got unlucky last time. All right, our 1 seed in the crown. We have
Not
Anthony, the 1 seed of the duck race. The 1 seed of the duck race.
Number 1, not seed. No seed.
Okay. The number 1 duck is Anthony Samini, and he's going against Justin Blackmore in the scuba outfit.
All right. Ready?
Winner
3,
advances to the final.
3, 2, 1.
And we are off. Kind of a neck and neck start.
Damn.
Blackmore starting to pull forward. Let's see if
Oh,
Samini can make a leg push. And he
King
right at the
Ah.
Samini advances.
Poor Justin. That's my teammate. I'm sorry, Justin. Better luck next time.
He's not done yet.
Click set. Yeah, no, he can go for he's got to go 3-4. Click set. We're good.
At least not winning that number 1 spot.
That obviously leaves Joe Carey and Cole Cameron here. Joe is the 1. Cole Cam 2.
We are doing brackets if you can't figure that out, people.
Yeah, it's a live bracket. I got it in the head. Don't worry, I keep track of it all.
3, 2, 1. Just kidding.
That was
Okay.
false start. False start. False start. And we are off. Quick lead from Carey. And here, the come from behinds are going crazy today. Cole Cameron finishes first. Cole goes to the final. So we'll go through for our 4-5 seed matchup. You can just click clear, I think, Josh.
Well,
Try it again next time. Set. For our 4 and 5 seed, we have Joe Carey against Justin Blackmore. Joe Carey is the 1, Justin Blackmore the 2.
3, 2, 1.
And we are off. Quick little lead for Joe Carey. Push from Justin Blackmore early. Can Joe Carey recover? He cannot. Justin Blackmore is your 4 seed. Joe Carey is your 5.
Right.
Reset.
You just hit clear next to the timer.
Yeah, but it'll be the same ducks.
All right, yeah, then click on the wheel then.
My fault.
All right. And this is Anthony Samini up against Cole Cameron. Anthony Samini, the red 1 duck. Cole Cameron, the green 2 duck.
3, 2, 1.
And we are off. Quick little lead for Anthony. Cole with a late push, of course. As the ducks go, as the ducks fly. Cole Cameron will be your 2 seed. Anthony Samini, your 3 seed.
Now what?
You can show the bracket because it's updated. And so our official bracket at 145, Nick, your 1 seed, Cole, your 2 seed, Anthony, your 3 seed, Justin, the 4, Joe, the 5, Ivan, the 6, Herman, the 7, Steven, the 8, Seamus, you are the 9. 145, Amateur Invitational locked in as we move on to 165.
Oof.
165, you're 7 through 12, all set. 7, we have Sergio Alvarez. 8, Aldo. 9, we have Jordan Volpe, who has a win over our 10, Liam Rosa. 11, Daquan Howard. And 12, Jonathan Lopez. We're going to start with figuring out our 5-6 matchup. We only need 1 race there. It will be Mario de los Santos up against Bobby Reardon. Head to the Ducks.
Duck. Oh, we're doing 4.
Head to the Ducks.
We only need 2, right? Yeah. 2.
We just need the 2 right now, yep. We have Bobby as our 1 in the backwards cap. Mario, you are the 2 in the red checker.
3. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah, we don't need the countdown. Here, though, neck and neck. Little push there from Bobby. Mario comes in late and steals the show. Mario de los Santos, your 5 seed. Bobby Reardon, your 6. You can reset the Ducks. We now need to determine our 1 through 4. That's right. All the top guys had the same record.
Before we do the race, listen, 165, it's anybody's ball game. And this is why we decided to do Ducks, because there is no justification for anybody to be over anyone. Right? Everyone has at least 4 matches and they all have 4.5 points, and it's banger. So all people be ready to go. It's gonna be a good one. Yeah.
Set it up. We have 1, our plain duck, Dave Guerrera, up against Tyler Lee, the Santa Duck. We are underway. Quick little lead for Tyler Lee. Late push from Dave, as we expect from our Duckies. And Dave will advance. Set the Duckies.
Did I do something wrong?
No, just click set.
You can see me though?
Yeah.
It changed my screen, that's what I'm asking.
You were hovering over that quick check ad.
Our Sherlock Holmes duck is Xavier Barrios.
The Sherlock Holmes duck.
And our plain duck is Alex D'Angelo, and we are off. Neck and neck start. I like this one. We don't know yet. Oh, and there's a push. Alex D'Angelo advances. We now have Tyler Lee, the reindeer duck, up against Xavier Barrios, the number 2 plain duck.
I can't wait to see this actual match. Saying.
Let's see if the Ducks can see the future, and we're off. Little neck and neck. And a push there from Tyler. Start to finish win. Love when you see that in the Ducks. Not always the case. Tyler Lee wins. Tyler Lee, your 4 seed. No, your 3 seed. Xavier Barris, your 4 seed.
We're all set.
Yeah, I'm good. No, well, no, one more in that weight. One more race.
Alex versus Dave.
our old man Professor Duck is none other than Alex D'Angelo up against Dave Guerrera, the green alien duck.
Neck and neck, slightly.
Push from Dave Guerrera.
Here comes the old man.
A late comeback from the old man. Had to wake up from his nap to finish. Alex D'Angelo, you're a 1 seed, 165. Dave Guerrera will be your 2 seed.
All right, so since this is a full 12-man bracket, we actually have
An image for you.
So this is what the goal is when you have 12 guys, right? So you have your 4 pods. Here are the seeds. The winners will go to the semis. Then the winner of the semis will go to the finals. So this is what we wanted, and we have 2 of these set like this, and 165, you're set.
So what? Those are round robin?
Yeah, so if you win
That's
your round
cool.
robin,
That's
you go
cool.
to the semis. So everybody's guaranteed 2 matches, and we'll know who the best is in the week.
And in order to win, you got to win 4.
It's a long day.
We move on to 185. Only one thing to finalize here. So our 1 seed, Billy Liamro. 2 seed, Daniel Mullen. 3 seed, RJ Jimenez. 6 seed, Chase Chuck Woodward. 7 seed, Brendan Sinquegrana. Sure. Has a win over our 8 seed, Jason Rosati.
Yeah.
Our 9 seed, Kyle Barrett. 10, Davian Vieira. 11, Alon Winters. And our 12, Peter Havrick. And we got to decide our 4-5. Matchup between Lawrence Good and Matthew Brandy. Our Scuba Duck, Lawrence Good, up against our English Police Captain Duck, Matthew Brandy. And we are underway. Brandy with a lead. Lawrence pushes right back. Lawrence able to finish first. Your 4 seed at 185. Brandy, you're 5.
He evaded
But-
that cop just like Jack the Ripper.
I just want to make a big shout out to the 1 seed Billy LeMay, who's making his way back after fracturing his arm at HCS 10. So that happened in May. He's back in November. He wanted to remind everybody that 1 loss was because he hurt himself, and we'll see what he does. And obviously, we're not a homeboy, but Daniel Mullen, the reigning Art of War 175 champion, is the 2 seed, undefeated inside the circle. Hammer zone. So this another stacked weight 185 is anybody's ball game. Yeah, we're excited. All right. Well, more weight.
And we have our heavyweights.
So since right now we are at 7 people, okay, some injuries, some other people booked. We will run this like a traditional tournament, meaning the 1 seed would get a bye. If anyone falls out and we end up having 6, we would do the 2 Ironman groups.
And for our 1 seed, we have JT Taylor. Our 2 seed, we have Nick Kennedy. 3 seed, Cade Baradelli. And our 4 seed, Ben, this was your name.
Akhmet Bekov, Nurislam Ruslanovic.
There
Oh,
it is.
Nailed it.
Great job, Captain. And for our 5, 6, 7, we need to determine. And just so everyone knows, in the name of fairness, since they're 3, I did advance one of the finals, but I used a randomizer. I used a wheel spinner. Aaron will be in the final race. So our first race is Richard versus Peter. Richard is your purple one, your motorcycle pirate duck. I think this is the motorcycle. I think there's a separate pirate duck that exists. Is Peter. We're off early lead for Peter. Not a good sign with the Ducks. As I said, not a good sign with the Ducks. You don't want that early lead. The Ducks fade quickly when they come out the gate hot. Richard advances 1 more race, and we are done with our Ducks. We have our 1, Aaron, the purple duck, and our plain duck is Richard.
That's a pink.
Pink Panther.
I am a little colorblind. Just let everyone know. And there it is. Aaron Madera will be your 5 seed.
We're done with the
Richard.
Ducks, right?
Yeah, we're done with the Ducks. Richard Crossley will be your 6 seed. And Peter Akasi is your 7.
All right.
And just like that, we have our amateur invitational Ironman bracket set. Josh, you want to do a little breakdown of what that day will look like for them?
So we will be coming out with the full schedule going through, but fighters, you will have to arrive between 8 and 9. We will do a short rule meeting at 9:15. Doors open at 9:30. The opening round will start at 10. We will probably just time-wise, we'll probably get the girls in and out, get our champion crowned, and use that as a way of breaking it up. But again, it's going to be 2 mats. 2 mats, the black mat and the blue mat. The blue mat, I know for the people that have been in here, most everybody are returners. We'll have a barrier just like the circle. The fence will not be in play, but the wall will be. And you'll know what mat you need to be at. But plan accordingly. We are 2 weeks away, and I've been messaging you all for months. You are coming down to New Jersey. There's a possibility maybe it snows, maybe it rains, maybe it's a gorgeous day and everybody goes to the beach. Be on time, okay? Weigh-ins the day before, like always. The streaming commission will cut on Friday night this time, just because we're doing an event on Sunday, and I go to the bank on Saturday to make sure you have cash when you check in. But that's it. I will keep on pushing out more info all in the group chats. I'll send it out, and we'll have these finalized seeds for you, and hopefully they stick how it is. But you got a long day, and the best will rise, right? What is it? The cream will rise to the top, right? That's what it is.
Something like that.
Looks like
I think we might have lost.
it looks like Zach's computer
Zach.
froze. Everybody else. All right. If anyone has any questions that is listening to us, drop them down in the chat. We are here. But besides that, I mean, anybody want to take any guess at weights? I will stay out of it because, promoter.
I think I'm gonna also stay out of it as ref. I am gonna say though, on the day
Zach's
of the
back.
invitational.
Zach's back.
There we go. On the day of the invitational, please do not make us wait around. We have 70 some odd matches.
Yeah,
we're trying to
dude.
get through this. Please be by your mat on time. I'm not going to play a waiting game all day.
So-
let's keep this moving. Let's be
So
professional.
You pull the
we've had
video
it. We've
down.
had it before. Yeah, but yeah.
Wait,
Wait.
are we still on the stream?
Yeah, the live stream's still up, but
All right, cool.
he
Go.
stopped streaming his thing. You want me to just full screen our
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got
Our
you.
ugly faces is fine.
Ugly
I mean,
faces.
we've already established Benzacuti.
Yeah, I was about to say, speak for yourself, brother.
But with that being said, we have hit it before, and they know who I'm talking to. If you're waiting in the parking lot for a coach, if you're not anywhere near the mat when you're getting called, if you're not there, you're getting hit for a stall. And everybody inside the circle knows those stalls build up and they can cost you matches. You're there, you're ready to go. We will have it broken down. I like having everything nice and ordered for you, and you'll know. You'll know when you're in the hole, you'll know when you're on deck, and you'll know when you're running. But it's keep on going. It's on all these intros and all this kind of stuff. We never do that. The house party never stops, but it's all up to you to make it keep on going. So be
It
on
does
top
not
of it.
stop, and it doesn't stop for you.
It's
Yeah.
So yeah,
Zach, do you have any you know what, Zach, you can, because you won't even be in the building.
I won't be in the building.
Any picks?
Let's go with our dark horses.
Hold on. We got some chat.
Well, we'll get there. I'll do my picks and we'll do the chat. I did get a text saying make sure we get to the questions. We have Team Dark Horse in the Pro Team Duels. You know what? Alex Nemeth, he's coming for you, Cockle. You're taking that loss. Dark Horse going to win it. I don't know. Why not? And then let's go personal bias, 2 seed Daniel Mullen. winner of 185.
Let me ask a question
That's
about
my,
the team duels. Is it so let's say, does the match have to be decided, or I've seen in the past where it's like a timeout eliminates both guys if a sub
No.
doesn't occur?
So we are not quintet style.
Okay.
So it's run like a wrestling dual meet. So you have 5, right? We have the 5. We'll do a coin toss in the beginning of the matchup. Whoever wins the coin toss will get to decide if they send out first or second. Then you send out whoever you want. If you get a sub in regulation, it's 3 points for the team. Sub in overtime, 2. Any other win is 1 point. If we leave the ADCC rounds, we will finish the match, but no team points. But those 2 competitors will be done. So you send out 2 new people.
Interesting. That's cool. I never seen that rule set in this context.
That-
I'm
yeah,
excited.
that's where the strategy
Sounds-
comes in,
sounds
because you
pretty
got to plan out how you send. You don't want to, because what might look good, like good matchups in the beginning, you don't want to leave it a situation where you're going a 140 pounder up against Alex Nemeth as your final match there. You're going to look to avoid that.
And we used to have a weight gap, but now we just do it absolute. So whoever you want to send out, go for it.
Mm-hmm. Especially at that
Makes it
pro
more
level,
fun.
you can handle it. But yeah, so we have some fan questions, I heard.
Yeah. Well, no.
Alec, well, there's something in the chat.
So there's 2. 1, Bobby Reardon. I don't care. I lost to the duck race. My duck's backwards hat was cooler.
That's facts.
Agree.
Facts.
Hard agree.
Thank you for tuning in, Bobby. Hunter Reese.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't care. You're right above me in the fantasy rank, or right below me in the fantasy ranking. So you can keep going back. He asked if he should start Dotson or Watson this week. And I'm sorry I never got back to you for the trade. Obviously, it didn't happen since Tua played this morning. But yeah, fantasy football.
Dotson. That's my answer.
Zach says
Anyone-
Dotson.
Anyone else got an answer? Christian Watson, Packers. Jahan Dotson.
The
It's a boomer
Packers-
bust.
They stink.
They stink, and Watson does not get that football.
They are bad.
Unfortunately, you can see the state of his fantasy team when he has to ask that question that either one of them has to start. That's the problem that he's facing.
Half hour before kickoff.
Yeah, it's what we call being in a blender. All right, anything else, boys?
And Hunter, what the heck? I watch your stream waiting to ask this question and don't get an answer. Thank you.
I answered.
He said thank you. He said thank you.
Anyone else want to give him an answer? Watson, Dotson, Ben?
I don't know anything about.
It doesn't matter, Ben. He's going with whatever you choose.
What are the names?
Watson or Dotson?
Why are they so close?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Dotson. It's
that's a double. That's a double
That's
Dotson.
a double D.
Ben,
Yeah.
Yeah.
good job, Ben.
What's that show? Double D.
Joe, I'm thinking of
Ed, Ed, and
I'm thinking blue.
another thing that we measure in letters. Personally, was what came to my mind. But it's Ben. Whatever comes to your mind. He again, ladies. He's nice. He's single.
He wouldn't even think about that, you know?
He's in school to be a nurse, right?
He wants to be a nurse practitioner.
Look at that.
Yeah.
He's good with kids. He runs my kids program.
Except for the one that he has this beef with. But other than
No.
that kid,
He's in our adult. He's in our adult program. His
He's
father.
Okay,
Joseph's
all right.
not a child.
okay.
He's I will that HCS matchup. Me and Joseph. Go ahead.
All right, Brad, the Boat Podcast. Brad of all trades, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man. You know
Can't
what?
wait to see you
I
in the
mentioned
booth.
this as well to Josh, and I'll make a graphic for you guys to throw on Instagram. But I'm actually going to be giving away a rash guard set as well for the female and the medium sized males because I'm running out of larges. Unfortunately, I am a little more excited for that. Well, obviously the quintet thing is my thing that I know most of those guys personally, so I'm very excited for that. But you got them thick boys in that plus size.
There are some big boys there.
And then we got him, and then Savvy Fit Soap is going to be hooking up some brackets too, and possibly maybe Ruby Tuesdays will be hooking somebody up as well.
How do you
because,
get
know,
in touch with Ruby Tuesdays to sponsor
When
jiu-jitsu?
your dad does the things.
We used to be Fridays, and
Used
now
to be,
like-
yeah. I'm no longer thankful it's Friday. I hate Friday, but I love Tuesdays. Love them.
But yeah, our inside the scoop here. Our dad is now the regional manager for Ruby Tuesdays. He drives all the way down to Virginia sometimes.
Mhm.
And he wasn't for Fridays. He was going up to Buffalo, but he said, hey, I'm done with the cold.
It stops
We're
snowing
going
in
down
Virginia as much as it does in Buffalo. So congratulations, Dad, on that promotion. We're
And
gonna call it that.
salad bars. Salad bars.
Salad bars.
Facts.
All right.
Back.
So it sounds like that's everything. Let's go enjoy an NFL Sunday. I know I'm excited for that. Thank you for joining us here for your pregame coverage, we'll call it. Shout out to our sponsors, Savvy Fit Soaps, All Jersey Mechanical, Ruby Tuesdays, One Sleeve, Rash Guards, AVP Live, and the Boat Podcast. Well, the sponsorship list is growing. If you want your name on here, you know I give a great ad read. I give a great shout out to our sponsors. Let me say your name. Come send us some money or some gifts or something, and we'll throw you in here.
All right,
Gentlemen,
guys.
it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right,
See you.
guys. Enjoy
2
the rest of
weeks.
your night.